everyone, it's your girl Chante'A Nicole, and I'm finna give y'all a really dope video today. A lot of information, a lot of jewels, and some knowledge going to be dropped on this video, so definitely watch the whole thing. And first, like, comment once you're done watching, and subscribe. Hit the notification button on my videos so you can get notified when I post a whole bunch more. So jumping right into it, I'm just like so excited because I wanted to share this video with y'all about how I'm building my children's clothing brand. So you'll see it firsthand from when we're just starting now to when we blow up, because baby, we gonna blow up. And you can say that you were a part of the journey with us. The clothing brand that we have started, and when I say my children's brand, I mean my actual children. I have a daughter and a son, and we actually launched this clothing brand September 26th. So we just launched, if you're watching this recently. If not, we have already launched. But we did it on September 26th because that is my daughter's birthday. She just turned 10. So we launched it on her birthday. And the name is Beck Clothing. B-E-K Clothing with a K. And this brand is just so special because we actually thought of this last year at the beginning of the pandemic, when it was so much going on with the Black Lives Matter movements, and so much was just going on against Black people at that time. So and we saw like a lot of people with shirts on, you know, like adults with the shirts, you know, with just different messages, different sayings. And so we wanted to come up with something that children can wear, like shirts just for them, with a positive message, you know, for our Black and brown kids, and also anybody that supports Black and brown people, period. So we came up with Beck Clothing. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about Beck Clothing first, and then I'm gonna get into a lot of information that I have some notes on for you if you're thinking about starting a business, and the exact steps that I did to start this business. I'll start with first things first. This year we finally decided to go ahead and you know, get the brand started. Beck, B-E-K, that actually, I wanted a name like that with my children's name in it. So I wanted to basically incorporate their names into some kind of brand. And trying to put their names together was kind of like, they ain't sound right, this ain't sound right. So I was like, okay, how about initials, you know? So my daughter's name is Elizabeth, and my son's name is Bryson. So what we did like E-B and B-E, you know, just a lot of different things. And we ended up coming with B-E-K. So Bryson, Elizabeth, and they're my kids, B-E-K. But we didn't want to like tell people that that's what Beck stood for. So we wanted to come up with a more meaningful name, even though we know, you know, the B and E is for their names too. I hope y'all get it. But so we came up with Black Educated Kids. So that is the name. That's what Beck Clothing stands for. So Black Educated Kid Clothing. And our brand is basically promoting positivity for Black and brown children, for Black and brown adults, people, period. Positive messages about business success, entrepreneurship, all those things that come with having a great education and being successful. So I'm going to put a clip in next and show you some of the shirts that we have so far, and then we'll go into some of the business stuff. And then I kind of just want to explain a little bit about starting a t-shirt business as well, and a clothing brand. It's best to kind of start simple, small, minimum, Don't try to go like all out with your designs, your colors, all that stuff, unless you just have a lot of money to spend at the beginning. And I say this because with printing, when you start trying to get your designs printed, the money is going to add up like this. And I actually learned that because I wanted to have like colorful stuff, since it's for children mainly. But I was like, I'm gonna have to start doing like one color prints, or 2, 3, 4, maybe like 4 the most, because like I said, a lot of those colors add up, especially depending on how you get it printed, which we do screen printing or direct to garment. So yeah, I'm finna show you some of our designs and continue to watch, okay? These are our flyers, and it reads, Black educated kids defying stereotypes through positive educational and encouraging messages, one shirt at a time. And the company that printed off our shirts also did the flyer for us. And then here, this is our hoodie season coming up, depending on when you're watching. But this is the Beck Clothing, our classic logo. And then we have the classic logo on 4 different color shirts, which is the red, we have a purple, and then we have a greenish color, which is basically a heather blue, but doesn't really look blue, looks more green, aqua, something like that, you see. And then we have it in black as well. So those are for our classic logo design on these shirts. And then also, we're going to get to our best sellers. And so the first best seller is this Black educated kid shirt with the power fist on it. And we also have the beacon in the middle, and we have our logo in the collars and on the sleeve, which is the same for all of our shirts. And then our other bestseller is the Educated Black Kid V-necks for the girls. And it has the hearts on it. And then this one has the design on the logo on the sleeve and in the collar as well. And then even though some of our shirts say Black Educated Kid, you can still show your support by purchasing those for someone you may know as a gift, or just getting one of our shirts that just have our brand name on it, which is just Beck Clothing. And, you know, we know what Beck stands for, and you can tell others what Beck stands for. Okay, so now, since you guys have seen some of the inventory, we'll get into what it takes to actually start a brand. So the first thing that I would do in starting a brand, if I were you, the name. You need to come up with a good name for your brand, or for your business, period, whatever it may be. A meaningful name, and you have to do some research at the beginning before you start registering and all that kind of stuff. So the first thing that I would do would be the first thing that I did for our brand, I'll just talk about our brand, and then, you know, you can do what you would like. But the first thing is, I always like to go to the United States Patent and Trademark website, the government website. And because I don't want to have a name that somebody has registered, somebody's already using, or something like that. So go on there, I think it's uspto.gov, and do a search and see if whatever you're trying to use is already been registered or taken, because you don't want any kind of legal action being taken against you for using somebody else's brand. So number 1, do that. Go there first and search. So if it's not on there, most likely you are good, but it still could be registered in your state. Somebody could be using it in your state. So that's the second thing I would suggest. Is then going to your state registering website and do a search on there, because there's state, and then there's like the federal government levels. So go to your state, search, and see if that name has already been registered with your state. Before you start using your name, putting on clothing brands and all of that, or for any business, before you start using it and putting it out there, I would check the government website and your state website. Okay. Next, what I do and what I did. I like to go to domain websites and to check and make sure that whatever name that I'm going to be using does not already have a website out there. Or if it does, what could you name your website to have a custom domain? That way people can come to your website and to shop. So like for me with Bed Clothing, originally I wanted my website to be bedclothing.com. That is not the website. It was taken. Please don't go there because that's not my website. So instead, it was of course a lot of other options that I could use. I could do like a .gov, .co, dot whatever, or I could just change the name altogether instead of just Bed Clothing and do something else. So what we actually ended up going with is www.shopbedclothing.com. So I still wanted it to have a .com on it because I kind of feel like people, a lot of websites are .com, so I didn't want them to have to go to somewhere else and can't find me and can't find our brand. So I just did shopbedclothing.com, which it was available. So that's what our website is, and you can shop as well. And also sign up, subscribe for our email list so you can get some promotions and you can get some deals and coupons to your email, okay? But anyways, next. After you do your website search to see, if the website custom domain is available, then I would suggest you go ahead and make your email address as well, your business email address. Now, I did start out with a Gmail account, but I also have a shopbedclothing.com email as well. That's a custom email address just for your business. And sometimes companies want you to have a professional business email, like say info@shopbedclothing.com instead of having like Gmail, Yahoo, or AOL or whatever. Some companies want you to have a professional one, so that's something to keep in mind as well, just to make sure whatever your brand name is not taken there. And then also like social media, make sure the brand name's not taken. Otherwise, you're just gonna have to come up with a different name to use for your social medias. Okay, so that's basically the beginning first steps for you to do. Search all those websites that I gave you and see if your name is available. So if it is available, and once it is available, the first thing that you do is you go to your state website. You're going to register your name with your state. So for me, I live in Florida. I would go to sunbiz.org. I'm not sure, don't quote me. sunbiz.org though. And then you register your business name. You register as a legal entity. So you can either do sole proprietor, you can do LLC, you can do a S Corp, C Corp. It's different things that you can register as. You do have to pay for this service. And you're only registered in your state, whatever state that you sign up for or that you live in. Wherever you're doing business at, that's the state that you're supposed to register. So that's the first step, get registered. They'll let you know if it's approved or not by email. And if you did what I said do first, you already know if your name is taken or if it's available for your state. So I did that. I registered. Bed Clothing is a LLC, a limited liability corporation, and that is so that our personal assets are separate from our business, just in case anything happens with the business. Our personal things will not be affected. Okay. Next, after that, I would suggest you apply for your EIN number, which is free, and this is found on the IRS website. So you have to have an EIN number to do business, for tax purposes, for dealing with other companies. If you want to build business credit, all those things, you need an EIN number. Okay. Okay, and that's free, and you get it like right away. So do that second. After that, you can apply for some other things. Now, these are things I would suggest if you plan on building your business credit, to apply for credit cards or loans or whatever you want to apply for in your business name only, without using your personal information, okay? So first you will need to do is apply for a Duns and Bradstreet number. That is like your social for your business. Like we have our social through Equifax, TransUnion, all that. The Duns and Bradstreet number is what your credit is built on, your business credit is built on, okay? So you need to have that in order to build your business credit. Also, depending on the type of business you have, you may need to register for a sales and use tax number from your state as well. And that's so that you can collect taxes. And also, if you have to purchase things from companies, say like me, I purchase shirts from different manufacturers, and I do not pay taxes when I purchase those shirts or clothing. Or even like I have another business, hair business. So when I purchase bottles and products from those manufacturers and vendors, I do not have to pay taxes on that either. But you have to give them your sales and use tax number in order for you to even shop with them, period. You have to have your registered business name, you have to have your EIN number, and you have to have your sales and use tax number. So definitely apply for those things, and I would suggest you do it sooner rather than later. Okay, and so me, Beck Clothing, I want this brand to be around for future generations. Everyone, I want it to be a big brand, Beck Clothing. I can see everybody wearing it, celebrities, especially because of the message that stands behind it. Black educated kids. It's a brand for us, made by us, basically. And so I wanted my name and our messages to be trademarked. So on the USPTO website, that's the United States Patent and Trademark Office, I did register our name, Beck Clothing, and I registered Black Educated Kid, because that's what's going to be on our clothing mostly. I did register those with the federal government on that website, but they're not registered as of yet. They are trademark pending still. It could take up to a year, over a year, for your actual registration to be finalized, as long as nothing else is holding it up or stopping it that they may need from you. But I did that before I even put our information out there, because I don't want anybody using it. I don't want anybody stealing it. Don't try to copy, don't try to duplicate, baby, because we came up with this Beck Clothing. Also, it was $250 per category that you want to register your brand on for a trademark. So I only did one category, which is clothing, but I did that for Beck Clothing, and I also did for Black Educated Kid. So that's $250 plus the $250, because I did two different names, and so that was $500. Also, I did this myself. I did not use an attorney. They suggest you use an attorney. People will hit you up about using an attorney. If you can afford to use an attorney, you can do that. I can't afford to be having an attorney with a startup business. And plus, I mean, you can do it yourself, really. You can just read information. They have videos you can watch on there to make sure you know what you're doing. And all types of stuff like that. So you can even, I called a few attorneys just to ask questions, just to make sure I was, doing what I needed to do. But you can do it yourself, or you can pay somebody, but the choice is yours. I'm not bashing either one. okay? Because when I get paid and start making a lot of money, I will be using an attorney, most likely. Okay, so next, after you've done those things, basically you're a legal entity once you've already registered with your state and you have your EIN number. So the other things are just other things that I suggest. And also with the trademark, a lot of companies, they do not trademark their brand when they first start. They will wait until, I guess, like they start building it and money starts flowing, and then they'll get a trademark. But I didn't want to do that because people steal your stuff, copy your stuff, and then they could try to trademark it first. But I just wanted to make sure we were protected, my brand, my children's brand. That way nobody takes it. So you don't have to do that at the beginning. You could wait if you want to, basically. After that, we did go ahead and do some free trials for websites so that we can have a custom domain. We paid for our domain for 2 years up front. And it's really not expensive to get a custom domain. You can get it through whatever website host that you use. I researched different website hosts to try. It was kind of hard. I was trying to see who offered what, who was better, the pricing monthly. And my choices were between Shopify and Wix. So Wix was really dope to me because they have so many website templates you can use. They're really nice, creative, and they're all free. Okay? And it's easy to use if you're more worried about designing your website. Shopify is really great for the back end things. So your orders, your inventory, your receipts, and I can't even think of the proper name. Just your back end information, your reports and everything like that. Shopify is really good for that. But the website, not so much, unless you know how to do coding. The free ones they give you is maybe like, I don't know, 6 to 10, but they're kind of basic, boring, and you gotta know what you're doing more so with that. But anyway, so with that being said, I chose Shopify. I know you're like, you just said so much about Wix, but I would rather have a great back end with reporting and all my business tax stuff, all my really important documents. I would rather have a great back end for that instead of just the other one for the websites, because you can still have a nice and simple website for free if you use Shopify. So that's what I did. I just chose one of the free designs, and then eventually I will upgrade or do a different design. So the other designs that are better, they are paid, so you have to pay for them, and they can get expensive. So just to let you know. So as of right now, I like it though, and I do like the live aspect of you can see who's on your website right now in real time, where they're at, what page, all those things. And it's like apps you can download. But everybody has their, different preference on what website host to use. I'm just giving you who I chose and why, and some of my thoughts on like Wix and Shopify. And the price difference is not that big. Shopify is $29. I think Wix was like $30, $31, something like that. I'm not really sure. Also, go ahead and get your email address. That's important because a lot of these websites, you may want to do that like from the beginning too. A lot of these websites, like for your to apply to register your business or to do the EIN, a lot of the websites, they're going to ask for an email address, and I like to keep all my businesses separate. So I wanted all my paperwork to come to the business email, and that's why I would say go ahead and get the email first, so you can have all your information that you're registering, all that come to the business email. And then last but not least, what I would tell you all if you're wanting to start a brand, a business, or whatever, is to get a business phone number, professional number. So you can use a 1-800 number, 1-855, 1-866, one of those, or you can use a local number as well. I would suggest a 1-800 number if you can, because it seems more professional for customer service. You can have a whole phone system. You know, when people call you, they can hear music playing, or somebody can talk for you. They can press one, you know, press this extension for this, voicemails, all that. So you can either get a business account through like the big brands, T-Mobile, AT&T, Verizon, whatever's in your area. Of course, there may be deposits or fees associated with it, or they may only offer you certain amount of lines. They may not approve you for anything. Or you can use like one of the websites and pay for a business number, and you can have all your calls, people that call that number, forwarded to your actual cell phone. And you could do it like that, have a business line through that way. So with AT&T, for new businesses, I don't suggest them, only because they have high deposits, especially if you don't have any business credit established already. That's why building your business credit is important. So AT&T, like for me, they told me $1,000 down payment. I ain't got it. So they was out. I actually have AT&T as a phone company now, but it's not for business, and I don't want to, you know, transfer my lines over to a business line, so that's out. T-Mobile, they were trying to work with me really good. I may end up using T-Mobile. Verizon, I was going to use them. They didn't approve me at all because I don't have no business credit. Some people, they may have to pay like a deposit per phone line with Verizon, I've heard. I'm not really sure. I do hear that their service isn't as good for their business lines. If it's good for you, that's great. Tell them in the comments. I don't have Verizon. I don't know. So also, let's see. Yeah, those are the main three that I think: Verizon, AT&T, or T-Mobile for a business line. But if you don't want to go that route, getting a whole new phone, all of that, you can use the online services like I was telling you. They have like a Google Voice. I'm not sure if they're free or not. They have Grasshopper, and they have like Nextiva. I guess I'm saying that right. A lot of those are, you have to pay for a monthly though, but you can get a 1-800 number. You can, you know, have all your calls forwarded, and you can use all those professional services with those companies. So you just have to search and see which one you like best. Everybody offers free trials for stuff. Try a free trial, see how it works for your business. Try it out before you pay for it. So I think that is all. And then of course, research your target audience, your market, who you're going to be marketing to. Make sure you know what they like, how to get to them. You know, if you're going to be running ads, do your research, people, definitely, to be successful. And then get ready to launch your business, okay? Because you can do it. This is the time. This is the time for entrepreneurship. A lot of people are doing it. It's money out here to be made. It's money to go around for everybody. The money is growing on trees, and I'm trying to get it. Yeah, so I hope this information helped you. If you want me to elaborate on anything from what I said, just write it in the comments. I will read everything. I will make another video if you want me to go more in depth. Whatever it is, just let me know if you like this video, if you didn't like the video. But definitely, you can follow Beck Clothing on Facebook and Instagram. Again, our website is shopbeckclothing.com. And if you have any children, please purchase them a shirt. Help support my babies and help wear some positive messages and help defy stereotypes. And thank you for watching this video. I hope you all have a great day, great week, and a great year.